everybody, I'm James Gardner and I've got Danielle, and she's going to be our model today. Super talented hairdresser. She also does music and all sorts of things, multi yet complex talents, and you can find her on Instagram, which is
at Dear Danielle Marie.
At Dear Danielle Marie, and I will put that in the link below. But today, we are gonna do a little bit of a pink color on her hair. We're gonna balayage her. We're gonna give her a little bit of a shadow root, something dark, and then we're going to balayage her and turn that into like a pinky peach kind of color. I'm excited, are you?
Yes.
All right, cool, let's get to it. All right, so we're ready to mix her base color. And I'm gonna be using 511 in Chroma Silk, and we are gonna be using a zero lift developer so that this way we don't get any lift at her root because we want her root to be opaque and dark. I find that 0.8 of an ounce is perfect amount for touch-ups, so that's what we're gonna do. That means 1.2 a developer because it's mixed 1 to 1.5. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to be using a Pure Light Power Lightener by Pravana for her balayage, but obviously this mixed with developer on its own isn't thick enough to give us the consistency that we're looking for. So we're going to mix in a little bit of Bali powder, which fattens up the product and just makes it easier for us to apply it. We're going to be using a 50 volume developer, which you can get at the beauty supply store, just so that we get the lift that we need to get her to that light color that she's looking for, so that we can give her that sort of pinky, orangey, yellowy kind of tones. We're gonna cape her up real fast here. We always do a towel because we wanna make sure that we protect their clothing, we don't get anything on it. And then we are just gonna use a color cape here. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to start at her roots. We're gonna be applying her base formula to the roots, and we're probably gonna come a good 1.5 inches out. We just wanna make sure that we're getting all of this rootage area. And then what we'll do is we'll go back in and we'll balayage the ends to get her lighter. So let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna start where I left off in the front here for the balayage pieces. And I'm just gonna go with the longer pieces. Obviously, you're not gonna see any of this stuff in there on the bottom. So I'm just gonna go with these longer areas here to start out with. That would be these guys, because she's a bit disconnected under here. So we have selected 2 different colors. We decided on going from a pinky purpley kind of color into like a little bit of yellow on the ends. So what we're gonna do for the pinky purpley kind of color is mix pink with wild orchid, and for the yellow color we're gonna do neon yellow with regular yellow, and we'll put the amounts below. So that's equal parts. Let's see what that looks like. Too deep still. I'm gonna add more pink in. Yes, I think that's what we're going for. Perfect. So 3 ounces of pink, 2.5 ounces of wild orchid. Beautiful. Ooh, yeah, that's the yellow we're looking for. Perfect. All right, so here we are. This is her all lightened up. Come on in and take a look. Look at all of this beautiful light hair here. So we are gonna get into coloring some vivids. Now she doesn't need any yellow in these pieces. I primarily want the yellow to sort of cascade towards her face. So I'm just gonna go straight in with this sort of pinky purpley kind of color. Now the thing with vivids is once you load the hair, you wanna make sure that you work it in. It is so important that you sort of manipulate it into the hair or it's never gonna adhere. You can't just set it and forget it. You have to set it and work it in. Another hot tip here, wipe your hands in between taking sections. So important. This is going to prevent bleeding onto pieces that you don't want to be colored. Awesome. Let's see where this guy's gonna lay. Yep, I still think that's gonna be underneath. So we might start the yellow in this section right about here on the ends. So I'm gonna leave about, I would say a good 2 inches on the bottom. We're gonna work this purple into these areas. Cool, we're gonna wipe our hands and move into our yellow color. Cool. So what I'm gonna do is when I end up doing this, I'm gonna go a little bit higher and lower with the yellow. So the very tips are gonna be yellow, whereas these guys are a little bit higher up. We've got some yellow tips under there, and then this is just gonna lay directly over it. Ooh. So I'm going to be using a little bit of the Vivids Color Protect Spray.